Well. Gosh, it's been over 2 months since I've posted anything. I don't know how I can stay so busy that I can't take time to get something up here on YouTube, but now's the time to do it. So, what's happened in the last couple of months? Let's see, it would be the month of July and the month of August, and now into September. I think it's the 14th today. Yeah, it is. Beckham's birthday, as a matter of fact, my youngest grandson's birthday. And so, also at the end of July, there was a significant birthday event. I turned 92, and my son Jeff turned 61. And we had a celebration. He came with his wife Lynn from Greenville, South Carolina, and he and I went up to our Tennessee property and cut weeds. Quite a nice celebration. Lynn and Grandma Janelle had a good 2 days here. Jeff and I stayed overnight. So that was productive and enjoyable. And then daughter Mindy and two of her 4 sons came on the birthday. Well, actually the day following the birthday, but it was very good. We had a great time. Jennifer, the eldest, who lives here in town, gave us a party, very nice, at her house, and she even made a sponge cake for me. And I'll have to tell you the story of the sponge cake. My grandma Larson, who immigrated from Sweden as a teenager, was a great cake baker, cookie maker too. She made my favorite cookies and my favorite cake. She made angel food cake, which you make out of the whites of the eggs, but then she made what she called a sponge cake out of the yolks. And that sponge cake to me was by far the best cake that there was, and still my favorite. So Jennifer concocted a paleo sponge cake, since Grandma Larson primarily was into white sugar and wheat flour, and Janelle and I haven't been into white sugar for a number of years now, and we haven't been into wheat flour either. We're into almond flour. So Jennifer was able to come up with a sponge cake recipe with almond flour and stevia sweetener, and but it was great. It was as close to Grandma's as you could make and still have it paleo. So that was a nice time. And let's see, what else has been happening? The whole premise of this YouTube presentation, and the one that's going to follow, is Storyworth. The 4 kids and covenant children, spouses, back in 1st of May, gave Janelle and me each a subscription to Storyworth. Now, you probably don't know what Storyworth is. We certainly didn't. And Storyworth is quite a novel, clever idea this fellow came up with, where he would pose by email a question to the recipient each week. And it's usually a question which, well, in our case, Mindy and the children went together, and thinking back over all of our years, they came up with questions which would draw from us, draw from us a lot of the family details that really I've been surprised that we dredged up, but that the kids really didn't know about. And so it's just been a great experience, and it's been spiritually beneficial to me and Janelle because we've been pulling up facts out of the past that have been stored away that a couple of two or three of them have called for some some current ministry, and it's been quite interesting. So all that to say that following this YouTube, I will be reading to you one of my Storyworth submissions. I've now submitted 18, which is 4.5 months basically, and we're working on 52 months. At the end of the year, then all the stories are compiled into a book, and each child, grandchild, whomever would like one can have a whole collection of grandma and grandpa, maybe more information than they want, but it's going to be a whole lot of information that would otherwise be lost. So I really like the Storyworth idea and would recommend it. As a matter of fact, it occurs to me that Storyworth says that if I refer it to someone who then subscribes, that they get $10 off and I get a book. So if you would be interested in having the information, email me or excuse me, email me, and I will then submit it through Storyworth, and you will be entitled to $10 off, and I can wind up with a book to give to whomever I may want. So that being said, I will leave now this segment and proceed on to number 2. Thanks for listening and watching. Next time I won't be live because, my vanity doesn't like me to be looking back and forth at the book and the camera, So I will just put up a picture and then read the story back in the picture, so you can't see all my efforts to read and be photogenic at the same time. Okay, thanks again. Be with you in just a few more minutes. Bye.